State men's basketball team, they go 5-8 in non-conference play. They open Sun Belt play on Friday when they take on Texas State. With a sports flash on 1420 NBC Sports Radio Tri-Cities, I'm Matt Pauley.
Okay, Tri-City Sports Now is back on for a fun. We just clicked that real fast, didn't we, right there? We normally turn it down like this. Instead, we just kept the click that on. Okay, so. Hey, Jerry Bonkowski is going to join me in a little bit. And I wanted to, and by the way, thank you to Selena Summers, but I am sorry. Let's face facts. East Tennessee, it's insular. I mean, there's no. I did want to mention this, the NFL games last night, and I mentioned Nick Foles said he didn't play well enough, That's what Nick Foles is saying himself. Nick Foles, backup quarterback, now the starter of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Didn't play good. Absolutely. I got to play cleaner. I got to, obviously play better. Third down's a big thing. Quarterback, pinpoint accuracy, making good decisions. I'll look at the film. I'll improve.
All right. Now, that was one of the storylines. The other storyline, the Steelers defeat the Texans 34-6. They clinch the bye, just like the Eagles clinched first seed. Bill O'Brien, who I wonder if he's on the hot seat, especially after, playing Tom Savage when he shouldn't have, in a series after he had the concussion and such. I am looking at this. Bill O'Brien, however, gave Dan Quessenberry, not Quisenberry, but Dan Quessenberry. Dan Quisenberry was an old relief pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. And Quessenberry beat cancer. Took him 4 years, but he finally got a chance to play in the NFL. He did it on Christmas on national TV against the Steelers. Here's what Bill O'Brien, maybe in his penultimate game as the Texans coach, had to say about his new lineman.
What else can you say about that guy? That guy was, he was in tough shape, and not too long ago. And for him to come back and play in an NFL game is just an incredible thing, if you ask me. And so I thought it was appropriate to make him a captain.
All right. And Quessenberry talked about his long road to the NFL, defeating cancer. James Conner, running back of the Steelers, did the same thing. Mario Lemieux, famously, Hodgkin's disease in season, and he came back to lead his team to the President's Trophy. In fact, he took his last treatment and scored a couple of points in a game that very evening. So, what can you say? But David Quisenberry, David Quisenberry, there's a typo here. It said Dan. They're thinking of the old Royals pitcher. David Quessenberry talking about the road back to the NFL.
It's been a long time. It's been a long road. But, this team and this organization has stood behind me, and the city of Houston has stood behind me. It's a special city, and I'm proud to be a Houston Texan.
So there you have it. But yeah, it's a wonderful, inspirational story, a sidebar. I thought a lot of the games, I actually was very happy that the Eagles game turned out the way it did, because I thought there were a lot of turkeys in the NFL this past week. There were a lot of blowouts, 34-6 obviously, so having game decided in the last minute on a field goal, that was a change. It was the only one of the week, that Eagles-Raiders game, that was decided that way. Then, of course, in the last play, defensive, they try to throw a ball around and all that. Eagles take it in, so, the gamblers are happy. It's 19-10, that sort of thing. But I would look at it as you look at the games this week, I guess, the Rams against the Titans, they had the Titans faltered at midfield. They had a chance late. But that, that even seemed to be, just the clock running. It was very unsatisfying in terms of the way it ended. There was no last-second touchdown, goal line stand. There wasn't a lot of drama to a game that otherwise you figure goes down to basically the Titans' last drive would be dramatic. You'd think would be. There wasn't anything there. What else do you have? You had the Saints beating the Falcons 23-13. Who told you the Saints are going to be real good this year? Yeah, that's me. Build up, Kuhn, Breeze, the veterans coming, and then you got Alvin Kamara taking a job away from Adrian Peterson. So what can you say with that? Anyway, but I was happy to see that the playoffs really begin this next week, and we'll be all over them on Tri-City Sports Now. When we come back, I am going to be talking to Jerry Bonkowski. What's the offseason look like in NASCAR? Tri-City Sports Now.